process with supported housing where I was not sure at all what I wanted in the beginning. When I first heard about the location near where I live, where I have all my family and my property, I was concerned. I thought this was something I needed to know more about. And I went through a process of going to other places, other cities. I went south to Victoria. I've even recently gone up to Kelowna, and I've looked for myself and I've found examples of places that I liked, places that I could live with, that I would be happy to support and have in my neighborhood. I went to places that I wasn't really thrilled with, that I wasn't impressed with, and I learned about the differences between shelters, transition houses, supported housing. It's a broad range, a broad spectrum of services that are there to help people. And that is something that I think we have to keep very much in mind with this whole issue, is that it is about people, and it is about people that are in our neighborhood and that want to be in our neighborhood, in our community. There are places for these people, and I want to support people that want to be in our neighborhood. I went through the process. I found places that I felt I could live with, and that's when I realized that it wasn't just good enough to be okay with it. That's when I realized that there is opposition to this. There are people that have not yet gone through the steps that I have. I do feel that everybody, except one person I have talked to, has in fact turned their head slightly, turned their head towards information that they found useful, that they could perhaps go further on the learning curve and find out more about it. Not everybody has the time, has the inclination that I have. I've been lucky to be in a circumstance where I could go through those steps, and I have gone through quite a learning. So I've got to a point where I'm happy with it, but it's just not good enough. It's not good enough to sit back and say, okay, I'm happy, I can go on with my life and that's it. There's more to it. It's about the bigger picture. It's about being able to see the development of this community and how supported housing fits in. It's being able to support the interests of people like developers, people like tourists, and like business owners, and like mall owners. It's all tied together. It's balanced development. And Kelowna was a prime example. When I was there last weekend, I found a community that has changed, has transformed from when I went up there in the summers as a kid. I used to go to Woods Lake, go camping at Sam's. And that community at that time was about equal to Nanaimo in terms of population. Now it is 25% bigger than Nanaimo. And I look at what's happened there, why, who's responsible, and I see office towers, gleaming office towers, and I see things like supported housing. There's several good examples of places that I went to there. Willow Bridge, Cut Street, there's a number of ones that I looked at. Cardington Apartments is a good example. The CMHA, the Canadian Mental Health Association that runs that, gave me a wonderful tour. I met the people there. They even have a cafe, a small restaurant that they operate with tenants in the building, and it's pristine, it's excellent. And I looked at that and I realized that this is what Nanaimo can aspire to. We have a big brother, a big sister to look at and say, what did you experience that worked for you? How can we also emulate that kind of behavior? And that's the type of efficient, functional, and beautiful vision that I'm trying to offer the voters. And I would like to impress upon one other key point, and that is it's not just good enough to say I'm okay. I'm not just going to vote for this when it comes to council. I am prepared to be a champion for this cause. I'm going to be there first and foremost, and when it is built, I am going to be waving a flag saying yippee, because it is the people that get upset enough to move that will show up to public hearings and will get the attention of council and will turn heads. And this is what needs to be firm. So I am the only one that I trust to see this through and to support the people that want to be in our community, that want to be in the Uplands supported house and play by the rules that they require to be there. And please vote for Jim Routledge. Thank you.